Hey everyone, my name is Jared and I am from TechWorks, and today we are looking back at the S8 Active. So it's been a while, we've used this phone for a good amount of time, it's time to come back to it, give some final thoughts, and go from there. So the S8 Active is the uglier sister, cousin, whatever, to the S8 pair, the S8 and the S8 Plus. It is legitimately the same exact phone, with a larger battery and a more durable cover coating surrounding. I don't know how I'm getting notifications and I'm in airplane mode. It's fantastic. So this phone really is going to be the same experience you get on the S8 and S8 Plus, just in what Samsung is calling a more rugged exterior. So just looking at it, it is a little thicker. It isn't as slim. You have rubberized corners. You have an all-metal side, you have a texturized back, looks like a metal ring around the camera, and the screen, I have a screen protector on the phone, but underneath it is supposed to be a shatter-resistant display. And what that comes down to is it's a plastic cover coating on the screen that makes it more resistant to impacts. Other than that, you get the same features you know and love about the S8. You get Usbc quick wireless charging, you get the headphone jack, you get Bixby, whether you like it or not. You also get a fantastic S8 camera. You have the heart rate sensor. You have Samsung Pay. You know, all the other Samsung features that you would like are in the same phone. Really, what it comes down to is this phone has a substantially larger battery at 4,000 milliamp hours versus, I believe, the 3,200 and 3,300, or low 3,000s for battery capacity on the S8 and S8 Plus. So really, my experience with this phone was a good one. It takes fine pictures. The standard problem of having the fingerprint location in an awkward spot was there. You don't have features like the edge panels that you do on the S8 and S8 Plus because there really is no lip on this screen. When you look at it, it's pretty flat, pretty typical of a normal screen. You still have the higher aspect of the 16 or 18 by 9 of the S8 and S8 Plus, but now you just don't have the rounded edges, which for me, I didn't use the edge panels a lot, but for a lot of people who might be accustomed to that, that wouldn't be there. You also have one app that is different out of the whole phone that comes on the active model, which is Activity Zone, which is really just a combination of a bunch of widgets. You have barometer, your Samsung Health, which is just a link to your normal S Health, compass, flashlight, and stopwatch. So back in the day, the S8 Active, or not S8, but the S Active series was their more durable line of phones. It was the first Samsung phones that were water resistant. The Bixby button, before it was Bixby button, was actually a programmable button that you could use to launch anything, or the Activity Zone, or that special app that Samsung had loaded on there. Outside of that, this phone really isn't anything outside of the S8 and S8 Plus. Again, with that in mind, now when this phone was on sale at T-Mobile, and I believe it's on AT&T also, they are having less deals on it, as I would say that you don't get the buy one get ones that they are having on the S8 and S8 Plus, and being that we're right around the corner from the S9, I can recommend this phone to anyone who, one, doesn't want to use a case and doesn't care about the curved display and really wants that Samsung experience with more battery. That would be the exact person I'd recommend this to, because outside of those really specific cases, you could probably get just as good of an experience out of the S8 and save a few dollars in the process. Other than that, the phone, Bixby is kind of useless, at least to me. I definitely prefer Google Assistant over Bixby. I just don't think there's enough time put into Bixby yet to really make it greatly useful in comparison to Google Assistant. Now, I know Bixby is very tied into the phone itself, so you can launch specific apps, very specific things like open your notification shade. Things like that Google Assistant definitely can't do, but Bixby can. But outside of that, I would 10 out of 10 times use Google Assistant rather than pressing the Bixby button. And the only time I pressed the Bixby button would have been by mistake while I was taking it out of my pocket. So really, if you're in the market for an S8 right at this time, I can't really justify someone going out and spending the full price for the S8 Active unless you are someone who absolutely cares about battery life and how long your phone lasts. I mean, this phone absolutely lasted me the whole day with at least 40% charge at the end of my day, which is, I would say I'm a moderate to heavy user of the phone, browsing the internet, social media, emails, stuff like that. And other than that, I would say save some dollars, either go with the S8, wait till the S9 releases, and then go with the S8, because out of everyone right now, they're saying that the S9 is going to be a small upgrade, meaning it's going to look the same as the S8. The cameras might be better. They have the Animoji that Samsung is doing to compete with Apple, things of that nature. You'll probably be able to get good deals on all the 8s, the Note, the S8, and S8 Plus, and this may even go on sale at that point too. The one thing I will say is when I had this phone, I wasn't afraid if I dropped it. So the iPhone 10, both the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 plus the Note 8 were all very, glass and very small aluminum bands on the side. And that would be a phone that if you didn't have a case on it and you dropped it, I would be nervous that something, the back panel or front panel, would crack. This phone, I feel, is going to break or dent your floor before you break your screen. So for a person who doesn't want to use a case, I just have the screen protector on. This phone basically is built in a case, I would say, is the only thing. A lot of people would look at it and be like, oh, nice case. I'm like, no, that's just the phone. But that's the one, I guess, redeeming quality about this all, is it's definitely durable. I didn't really have a lot of experience. People said there was micro abrasions on the Samsung screen that, like, with the plastic coating on it. Again, I put a screen protector on it immediately, so they really wasn't enough time for me to judge that. Outside of that, you still have wireless charging. Samsung's Pay still works fine. All your normal Galaxy apps that you want, your Galaxy or your Samsung Quick Connect or whatever it is with your hub for your house, for your smart things, that all works fine. Hasn't gotten Android 8.0 yet. I guess they stopped the rollout due to bugs and things of that nature, but outside of that, really, this is just like the S8, just, I would say, a little uglier. And if you don't mind that and you want that rugged, durable design with a little bit bigger battery, then this would obviously be the next phone for you. If you want to save a few dollars at this point and get the more sleek and stylish, sportier version, then go with the normal one. So this is my long-term opinion on the S8 Active. It is a great phone. It is a tough phone, and it definitely won't be a bad purchase if this is the road you want to travel down. Then again, you'd get the same great experience out of the other 3 Samsung devices that you could choose from. So with that said, I am Jared, and I am from TechWorks, and I will see you again in the next one.